All right, half a day, everybody. I'm Jason Siles. Thanks so much for watching the show. Your island weekend starts in a huge way tomorrow because Saturday is going to be Islandwide Beautification Day. That is when Guamanians from throughout the community come together and they clean up Guam. It's not my island. It's not your island. It's our island. And Nick, Rowan, and Major Manny Chong are here, and we are talking about this wonderful event. Half a day. Thanks for joining me.
Half a day. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so Rowan, let's start with you. What is Islandwide Beautification Day? It sounds very self-explanatory, but exactly who's involved?
Okay, so this is a major undertaking by the Office of the Governor, the Lieutenant Governor's Beautification Task Force, and we have a lot of partners within the government, including EPA and GPD, as well as other branches of government. The judiciary and the legislature are also involved, and DOE. So there's just so many players for tomorrow's Beautification Day, and we're just so happy that so many people want to participate and volunteer their time to clean up Guam.
All right, it's a wonderful campaign, and Nick, representing the EPA, it's not just a cosmetic effect, even though that's the most obvious of, removing trash and, unsightly materials from places and everything like that, but there really is an effect that we can see, smell, and feel when we take, trash or plastics or waste and get rid of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's quality of life is affected by the trash and the litter that are all around us. Our role really is to support the volunteers and the agencies who will be picking up the trash in the high traffic areas, specifically when dealing with household hazardous waste or any unidentifiable hazardous waste that might be found along the planned routes. Mm-hmm. So we're going to make sure that the volunteers and the agencies will have some sort of a safety when handling waste out in the roadways.
All right, I want to talk about exactly what those routes are in just a moment. But Manny, I've known you for a lot of years. Yes. You are a very, very proud Guamanian. You love your island, and so your specialty, of course, and everybody at GPD is security. So we want to make sure that as the volunteers and all the members come out and help clean up Guam, because you guys are doing these on active roadways, we want to make sure that everybody does so in a safe way.
Yes, sir. There's going to be volunteers all over the island. So the precincts and the other sections, they're beefing up their personnel for tomorrow to make sure that the drivers are aware that there's people not on the road, but there's people there doing something. And I'd like to also mention that I did invite the University of Guam also and Project Foresight. That's my baby there. To assist us in this.
We have our first challenge.
Yeah, to assist us in the cleanup. So I gave them all the documentation that they needed. Hopefully they have some representation out there. Oh. But like I said, we're going to be out there, and this is a word of advice for those of you that did, for some reason, do some illegal dumping. If we find some trash, and we're going to go into it. If we find some identifying information, we're going to come to you. So you should, starting tonight, go back to those areas that you dumped and pick up your trash before we get to it.
And that is point blank and personal, looking directly into the camera. And that's the man that's a former heavyweight champ right there. So you know he's for real. Okay, and like Manny was just saying, this isn't just let's 40 people, let's go meet up at Chalan Santo Papa or like right next to GMH or anything like that. This happens all over the island because there's so many places that need help. Rowan, tell us what are some of the places that we can volunteer and we can help out.
Okay, almost every village is affected. We're going along the main route, starting from Route 1, Jigo, and around Route 3 from NCS. Coming down Dedido to Muning, Route 1, going all the way down to Agate, Route 2 around Maritzo, back to Jotnya, and then Route 10, and then Route 16.
And this is all going on at the same time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this isn't like a snake where you follow the path. These are all different teams that are all working at the same time.
Yes, so we're starting at, showtime is 7 o'clock. Everyone's supposed to start at around 8 o'clock, depending on the number of people that are already there. And hopefully go until around noon or 1 o'clock.
Okay, so what should I bring if I'd like to volunteer? Because I'm assuming I can, give my mayor a call, or I can, go online and check the governor's office, and I want to find out how help out, but should I bring gloves? Should I bring rakes and stuff like that? What do I need to pack?
Well, the Works Foundation has provided us with our gloves and trash bags. We also have some areas that are going to be painting over graffiti and stuff like that. So all the supplies that you would need are going to be at the site. When you show up, your site leader will give you your supplies. The only thing is just bring your own water and wear bright colored clothing and protective shoes, and should be good to go.
And this isn't just, Nick, something that we do to exhibit civic pride and everything like that. This is also a fun activity and everything like that. So how do we keep the volunteers and the agencies, feeling good about what we're doing for the community?
Well, this is as far as litter goes, this is possibly the greatest form of outreach that can be facilitated by the governor's office in conjunction with Lieutenant Governor's Islandwide Beautification Task Force. I think just taking pride in a clean environment is, all the fun you need. I mean, it's going to be more enjoyable where you can work in a clean area, or you don't have to drive by this pile of trash that you see every so often on the way to work. So it's a feel-good thing. It puts you in a good mood. So we're hoping that everybody can participate. And it's also been suggested that even if you can't make it out to volunteer, do your part at home. The yard work that hadn't been done in a while. And dispose of your waste, through the proper disposal sites.
Don't contribute to the problem, basically.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. So anything we like to add, Rowan? We started with you. We'll finish with you. Give the community one last plug about why they should get involved in Islandwide Beautification Day. It's a wonderful event, and hopefully the first of many.
Yes, actually this year we're having it every quarter. So we would just hope that everyone comes out to participate and send a message out to those who litter and dump illegally that this is our home and we should take pride in it. And basically that's pretty much all the reason we need.
Okay, and Manny doesn't have to say anything, because if we can get a tight shot of Manny, look at that. That's the stare right there. He said, if you dump that trash, pick it up tonight.
Yes,
There you
please. Because next week we will be calling you guys.
All right. No better invitation and motivation to get involved and clean up our island than that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And we'll see you tomorrow. We can't
Yes.
wait.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you.
please stay tuned. We are back after this.